Captain Cap Reviews.
Hey yeah, if you clicked on this video, I just wanted to let you know this is part 3, yes, part 3 of my 3-part series where I go through every single game on the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection for the Switch. Would you kindly click the far right corner of this video to check out part 1 and part 2. But if you don't care about that, let's get down to this grand finale. Well, here we are, the final game on the 3D Mario All-Stars collection. One of the finest examples of the 3D collectathon genre. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure for me today to review for all of you today Hotel Mario.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
So the game starts off and... Ah, crap, I thought I had this on silent. Hold on. Yeah, I'm kinda in the middle of something. What's that? I'm not reviewing Hotel Mario. No, I already have the script right here. It took me 6 months to write. And it's a classic on the... Oh, it's not even in 3D. Okay, so what am I reviewing then? Galaxy? But I don't have a script for that. Oh, you mixed them up. God damn it, Jerry. I had the intro filmed and everything. Yeah, I'll keep it in. It works all the same. Yep. It's fine. Just don't put me out to pasture like that again. I'm gonna have to let you go. Okay? Okay, bye. God damn it, Jerry. Apologies. Someone slipped me the wrong script. So today, we're not going to be talking about the pinnacle of human imagination, which is Hotel Mario. Rather, we're going to be talking about the actual third game in this collection, Super Mario Galaxy. I was actually a little bit apprehensive when I heard Galaxy was going to be on this collection, as I absolutely adore this game very much. Not only is it one of my favourite Mario games, but it's one of my overall favourite games. I can't say the same for Galaxy 2, Electric Boogaloo. So it got me wondering, how well could they carry over the motion controls over from the Wii? The Switch is capable of motion controls, but I was still a little bit worried because motion controls are the bread and butter of Mario Galaxy, and if this collection gets it wrong, well, it's gonna ruin the whole experience. But hey, I'm getting ahead of myself. What's the story this time round? Well, every 100 years in the Mushroom Kingdom, they host the Star Festival, where they would collect shooting stars and turn them into power stars. Peach then sends Mario a letter inviting him round to the festival. Deja vu. And away goes our boy Mario, with a beautiful score as we make our way towards the castle. And oh man, the moving controls are just as good as the original, even with the Switch Pro controller. But the moment we reach town, Bowser absolutely rains down fury and abducts the castle and blasts Mario into space. So right away, unlike Sunshine or even 64, this game sets out to establish that Bowser isn't a joke. I think this is probably the most threatening appearance he's ever had in any Mario game. Well, except for maybe in Super Mario World. Mario then wakes up on a bed of flowers, which vaguely reminds me of Peace Walker. Then these rabbits appear and he asks us to chase them, a stark contrast from the previous scene, but it's quite welcome to help the dust settle. And it also introduces us to the gravity gimmick as we walk around this tiny planet. And once we catch them, they turn into these little star bibbies called Lumas, and once you catch them all, we're then introduced to Rosalina, protector of the cosmos. She then grants us the power to spin by either shaking the remote or pressing Y. And I gotta tell you, this is a great change as it gives you the option to play it like in the original, but it also gives you a more convenient option, and as it's much quicker than swinging the remote, it saved my life multiple times in this game. And after learning that, we smash this crystal and blast our way into space, which brings us to our first level. And here we learn some mechanics about blasting from planet to planet, stunning and defeating enemies before we get our very first star. And after doing so, the star guides us to this comet observatory, and it slowly brings life to the station. So, as it turns out, Rosalina runs the station, and it's powered by the stars, and just like Sunshine at 64, Bowser has stolen them all, and you have to go across the galaxy, pull off tricky platforming challenges, and beat bosses to get them back, and then travel to the center of the universe and get Peach back. And I know we're pretty used to this setup, but how does it actually play compared to Sunshine or 64? First and foremost, I gotta talk about these controls, as I was worried that they might mess up by being on a console that doesn't focus on motion controls, which is why I'm thrilled to report that not only are the standard moving around and jumping controls spot on, but so are the motion controls. The pointer you can use to collect and shoot starbits just work exactly how the Wii remote used to. I said earlier that you can shake the remote or just press Y to spin, but as well as that, you can also use the Switch's touchscreen to interact and float towards these blue stars. Which is cool, but I never used it very often, as most of my playtime was in docked mode. And I suppose they put this in because if you're playing this game in public or on the go, you wouldn't have to point at such a small screen or swing the remote back and forth while you're on a train or something. Now, in terms of gameplay structure, it feels kinda like a fusion between Mario 64 and Sunshine. The Comet Observatory is separated into different rooms, with their own hosts of galaxies to explore, and sometimes in the stages, or even at the observatory itself, there's these hungry Lumas that appear and they demand that you feed them starbits. Which is kind of freaky, to be honest, as once they have their fill, they fly off into space and create their own galaxy or planet. Intriguing.
But highly disturbing.
And once you collect enough stars, you're able to locate Bowser or Bowser Jr.'s base. And once you find it, you can go on over and have a boss fight with them. And that nets you a ground star, which helps unlock more rooms of the observatory and thus more galaxies to explore. And just like Sunshine, it returns more light to the observatory, and the music slowly builds and extends as you go on. And this is great, as it visually displays your progress through the game, and it keeps you motivated to keep on playing and get all the stars. My only complaint though is like in the latter half of the game, you have to climb the entire observatory if you want to go to a particular galaxy, which is kinda inconvenient. But you know something? I take this any day from that stage select from Mario Galaxy 2. I take personality over convenience any day. And at the very core of this game's personality is the music. You've probably noticed how catchy and rich it is just by listening to it in the background of this video. One moment it could be mysterious but relaxing as you drift through space. Then, in the next moment, it gears you up to fly through space on an epic adventure. But even so, it's not afraid to slow down and have emotional moments. Mario games aren't known for having emotional moments, except for this one. And this comes in the form of Rosalina's storybook. As you progress through the game, you can come back to this library and she'll read an additional chapter. The story is about a little girl and a Luma, who we can presume is Rosalina. As a child, she found this crying Luma who lost her mama, and without a second thought, they build a ship and explore the deep reaches of space to find her. It starts off pretty charming, with the two harvesting starbits and exploring the galaxy, but the further they go, the more they begin to lose hope in finding the Luma's mama. The little girl even begins to miss her own mother. They even start building a new home, which I guess would eventually become the observatory. Then, more and more Lumas arrived, and instantly declared the little girl as their mama, which explains where most of the Lumas came from. But even so, she still misses home, and every 100 years they would fly back on a comet back to Earth, just to visit. She then breaks down after remembering that her real mother is sleeping under a tree. As in, she's buried under that tree. And now, it makes a little bit more sense on why she'd run away so willingly with that Luma. And from there, she decides to live in the observatory and raise all the Lumas, as all of them don't necessarily have real parents, because Lumas eventually become comets, planets, and some can even become full galaxies. These storybook segments add additional lore to the game and more emotional investment than any other Mario game I've ever played. And it's great for that. However, as a critic, I have to say, even with this, the game isn't perfect. For example, I don't think the running speed is great. Also, I would have to say that the main campaign and the bosses aren't as challenging as 64 or Sunshine. In fact, one of the bosses was so easy I was convinced I was playing Wii Tennis.
Nice on! Nice throw!
It could be because I've played this game over and over again, but I felt myself breezing through this game. The only star I really had issues with is with that bomb clear-up mission, which has a really strict time limit for no reason whatsoever. Even then, they do try to mix things up with power-ups and the comet challenges. The power-ups are kinda on par with 64's in terms of usefulness. B Mario helps you fly and climb up these honeycombs, Spring lets you bounce high, which takes a little bit of time to get used to. Then you got the Ice and Fire flowers. Ice helps you skate and create ice platforms for a limited time, where the Fire Flower harkens back to how it was used in the 2D games, only this time you can only use it for a few seconds and it can help you break or light objects. But my absolutely favourite power up is the Red Star, which allows you to fly like the wing cap. It's really cool, I just wish they'd let you use it in more stages. And as for the comet challenges, from time to time these peculiar comets will arrive in the galaxies you've already explored, and they provide you with extra challenges, like having 1 point of health against a very tough boss, or racing a cosmic doppelganger. Oh god, why am I getting Sunshine flashbacks? In all seriousness, I do like these. It adds a good injection of challenge into the main campaign. But at this point, we have enough stars to find Bowser's final base and storm on in. And after passing through that gauntlet, we confront Bowser and Bowser Jr. and commence a similar fight from before, only this time he isn't messing around. He's got more phases than before, and it reminds me a lot of the boss fight with 64. Only this time, it's actually kinda good. But after beating him, a black hole erupts and begins consuming everything. Then, a group of Lumas rush in and sacrifice their lives to stop the black hole. Rest in peace, little star Bibis. We then fade to white, and Mario floats through space, which is quite a cerebral moment, and a new galaxy is born, ending off this magical game on a high note. Just as good as I remember, and Mario even thanks you for beating the game.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
You're welcome, Mario. You're welcome. And hey, as I did the same for Sunshine and 64, I think it's only fair that I tried 100% this game. And after doing so, there's a brand new cutscene at the very end where Rosalina says goodbye and the screen fades to black. And...
Super Luigi Galaxy!
you can now play as Luigi. If you go back to your save file, you can go through the entire game again just as Luigi. I mean, I love Luigi as much as the next guy, but I think I'll play through this campaign in my own time because I think I played enough to convey my thoughts and feelings to you in this review. And it's damn near perfect, but is it my overall favourite Mario game? Well, to be honest with you, hold on a wee second, I'm going with something here. Oops. That's a very tough fight between Galaxy and Odyssey. I can't decide. And as for the whole Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection itself, it's good. It does its job. But to be honest with you, I think the inclusion of their soundtracks was a kind of a meh inclusion, considering you can access it all for free on YouTube. But hey, you didn't hear that from me, alright? But right now, I'm actually quite curious if Nintendo would ever do this with any of their franchises. Maybe a Zelda collection perhaps? With Wind Waker, Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time, and maybe even Majora's Mask on the one collection for the Switch? That would be great. Hear me out, Nintendo. But anyways, this ends my review of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection. I hope you enjoyed it, and I had a hell of a time making it. I just wanted to let you know also before I go here, on Twitch, I'm going to be streaming some Super Mario Odyssey under the name Captain Cap Streams. So come on down and show the show some love. Show the show your love. Oh, that's a thing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good day.